DZRJ 8:10 AM. TriMedia, ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino.
Good morning mga ka-teammates! At tayo po'y magti-team huddle na naman sa isang oras ng inspiration, motivation, and empowerment na hatid sa inyo ng inyong mga ka-teammates sa BPO. This is Call Center Radio Season 2. And of course, sa pamumuno po ng aming founder and producer, walang iba kundi ang voice master of the Philippines, Sir Pocholo de Leon Gonzalez. Kami po ang inyong mga ka-teammates. I am your call center vlogger, M.A. Buendia.
Yes, and I am your engineer BPO teammate, Tanya Sampron.
Hello, hi, I'm definitely back. My name is Frank Rizzo, the terrific host. Good morning mga ka-teammates.
Good morning. It's a very beautiful morning. At least hindi umuulan.
Yes, wala na si Jolina.
Oh, di ba? Nandiyan na ba siya?
Wala na siya.
Oh, hindi na siya tumuloy kasi masama ang panahon. So, good morning. At meron naman tayong exciting topic for today. So, yung mga nakatutok po dyan, please keep on supporting us. Please like and share this video to your friends.
Yes, and we'd like to thank, now we have 14,592 likes in the call center radio page.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you sa lahat ng sumuporta sa atin simula Season 1 and simula ng Season 2, Episode 1.
Perfect.
Yep, and we'd also like to invite everyone to join the Call Center Radio Network group on Facebook. Exclusive member perks include guesting on the radio show, seminars, workshops, meetup sessions, collaboration with the experts in the BPO industry. Just like today, if you have been part of the BPO or Call Center Radio Network, you should have been here, di ba? At nagpapasalamat din tayo, of course, sa president ng TriMedia na si Ms. Kay Dacer at sa ating program manager na si Sir Nestor Doria. Maraming salamat po sa pagtitiwala. And of course, this program is made possible by Pochology Academy, inspiring greatness, excellence, and success, and the Creative Voices Productions.
Yes.
That's perfect.
I would like to inform everyone that we are live over DZRJ 8:10 AM and online streaming po tayo at www.atrimedia.com. We're live over Facebook at atrimedia and then Twitter and Instagram at atrimedia.
Diba, umati ka ba? Wala po kayong choice kundi tumutok talaga sa amin ngayon, diba? We are live over different platforms, actually, online. And sa mga provincial, we are actually broadcasting live din sa mga TV channels, diba, on cable. So, good morning mga ka-teammates. Today is another very interesting topic. Relatable topic to for most of you guys, I know. And imagine, you have finally found your dream job. Okay, you love the company, the facilities, you're doing the work that you love, you like your co-workers, but not your boss. Okay, so well, no one is really perfect and everyone makes mistakes. And interestingly, based on statistics, one of the most common reasons employees quit their jobs is because of a difficult boss. And as they say, people leave managers, not companies. So I'm sure this is going to be a hot topic for everyone. We hope you can participate in our discussion for today. Is your boss irrational, insecure, or over-demanding? Our guests for today will give some pieces of advice on how to deal with them. So, who do we have in the booth for today?
Yeah, we
Tanya.
have... He is a professional host, voice-over artist, voice actor, DJ, radio broadcaster, vocalist, and he is also from the Voice of the Filipino channel. Yeah, and he has 9 years already in BPO industry, worked up his way from being an agent, trainer, resource specialist, and recruitment manager in the financial, IT, and headhunting space. Please welcome, we have Mike Acuna.
Wow, that was a mouthful. Yeah. Thank you so much to introduce me. Good morning, guys. And before anything else, I'd like to congratulate Call Center Radio for having season 2.
Wow, di ba? And it's an honor to have you here, di ba? Medyo bold yung ating mga topics this season.
Yeah.
Last week, thank you po sa lahat ng mga tumutok dun sa HIV awareness episode namin. And then marami pong mga nag-private message actually asking kung saan pwede magpa-test. At least, di ba, na-achieve natin yung gusto nating maging goal na makapag-inspire ng mga tao.
And I think because of that, somebody nominated you for an award.
Yeah, well, thank you so much po sa Love Gala and Love Yourself, Ripple Awards. Hindi ko pa sure kung ano mangyayari, pero thank you so much. It's such an honor, like an honor student na manominate. we have like we have like a companion. Go ahead.
If I may have the honor
Sure.
of introducing our guest. She's a BPO veteran. And that's actually, ang dami kong introduction dapat para sa taong to. I've known her for quite some time. We're talking years here, and she's one of my, admittedly, she's one of my idols. She's one of my, I consider her as one of my mentors. No BS. Her name is Miss Olive Ibanez. Miss O.
Welcome sa booth.
Yep, hello, good morning.
Bigate, di ba star-studded? Go ahead, Frank.
Ayan, we also have another guest. Talagang full pack tayo ngayong araw na ito. She's 1.5 years in the BPO industry as a customer service representative. She is a working student taking up broadcasting and filming. She's also a YouTuber and a freelance makeup artist. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Mikey May.
Hi, good morning, guys.
Mike and Mikey.
Yeah, exactly. Diba?
MOM tayo ngayon. Mike, Olive, Mike, Mom. Mom.
Nagsisimula pa lang. So, let's start with, how did you get started in the call center industry, Mike? So, you worked your way up from being an agent to a manager. So, how was it?
It started back in 2006, if I'm not mistaken. Sobrang, I know. Napawoke na. Whoa. Mikey. Whoa.
High school pa lang ako na.
Ay.
Yeah, pero it started because my main thing was singing on stage nung time na yun. I think hindi pa ako nag-host noon, Frank. Right? So hindi pa ako nag-host noon, and I had to make a living. Like I had to get a regular paying desk job. So sabi ko, uy, pwede naman ako mag-call center, because I mean I have a good grasp of the knowledge naman. I have a good command of the language, and I gave it a shot. So it kind of just built itself from there. I started with Sykes, and then with Convergys, and then with Teletech, and then with JP Morgan and Chase, and then HSBC.
Parang
Hindi pa katapos, parang tinahilang yung Makati, tsaka yung mga Central Business District.
Exactly,
Yeah.
diba? Tabi-tabi na yung mga call center ngayon, diba? Isang kembot lang may call center mismo. In the span of like 10 years, the industry has grown talaga ng super.
It has.
So, how about you,
Miss O?
Yeah, Miss O.
I think most of you didn't have your teeth when I started. I started in 2001 actually. So way earlier. I think when the industry started, it was in its very infancy, and they were looking for people to start the travel arm of the travel program of a particular BPO. And so naturally they went to those who were already in that business. So I actually came from a different industry and then went on, jumped over to the BPO just because it was new. Online travel was very new at that time, so I figured, why not try something new and learn the business that way.
And it was on its like booming stage that time, right? Or
I wouldn't
just
say
started.
it was just practically starting. Where it was at that stage where people would say, "Ano ka? Call center? So ano, call girl?"
Yeah.
And you work odd hours, and when I told my grandmother before then, when she asked me what exactly it is that you do, I go, "Oh, I work at night," and because our clients are Americans, and she's like, "Oh, life must be very tough now." I was like, and my dad was like, "Do you realize what she's thinking?" I go, "Okay, I'll go back and explain." Kasi parang hindi niya yata naintindihan because it was so new.
Yeah.
It was so new. So for a lot of people, it was at a time when parents would say, "I don't want you to work there because it's not a decent job."
It used to be tough, or it used to be challenging, but now it's just life. Okay, everybody does it. So how about you, Mikey? Since you were like the newbie, okay, in the industry, so good thing that we have like a balance of both the tenure and then the newbie, so we can like look at
Lipat ako.
both perspectives.
Diyan ako sa gitna.
Go ahead. How did you get started? You just been here in the industry for like 1 year.
Yeah, for a year and a half. Basically, it started when I stopped schooling because before I used to take business administration, and given the fact that it's my parents who chose my course, so it was really like I was really struggling that time, and I was like, Mom, I'm gonna have to stop. I'm gonna like look for myself. I'm gonna search for myself, and then like I stopped for a year. I was like, what am I gonna do in here in a house? So I decided to join the call center industry, and like the all famous Converges. That's where I started. So I was like, I want to make money, and I also wanted to sustain my YouTube channel because being a vlogger, you need to have lots of resources.
Correct.
So yeah, and I joined Converges there near Maari. Yeah, near Maari. That's my first ever company. And like I didn't feel very nervous that time. I was like, okay, I'm gonna join. I don't know what I'm signing up for, but okay, here it is. And then like and I was there for only 5 months, unfortunately, because I used to I used to smoke a lot. and then I had to stop because I have like a hereditary bronchial asthma. So I need to stop. I needed to rest. I rested for like a week or two.
And you came back.
I came back. Ganon.
All right, so before we dig into the topic, we have to make sure what makes a bad boss. O medyo umuiopit tayo this day. I'm not sure kung bakit.
Diba, no? English mo rin, eh.
Well, that's the way to do it, diba? If somebody asks
EOP.
you in English, you have to respond in English, or that's the basic expectation. So, what makes a bad boss? Let's define what makes a boss difficult.
Actually, alam mo, yun yung yung tanong sa akin ni Miss Olive. A couple days ago, I posted about this, about your show and having being guests on call center radio, and what makes a bad boss. Off the top of my head, what comes to mind is someone who kind of, seemingly, doesn't cut you enough slack. Someone who, parang sa una, doesn't give you the credit that you deserve, or, someone who just, consistently pounds on you. Like, at least it feels that way, right? But not necessarily. Parang it could be a bad boss, or it could be the beginning stage of your mentorship with this boss. I don't know. It's a really, there's like a really thin line between those two people.
It can be subjective, actually. The definition of a bad boss, because for some people it could be like they love the challenge, that they see the boss as someone who's like really challenging them, or kasi marami rin ako na-experience before na parang feeling ko nun bad boss sila or ano. Pero ngayon I have to thank them for that experience kasi I've learned a lot.
Yes.
So how about you, Miss O? I mean,
well, actually, very interesting that he said. You guys said subjective, no? Because when I was asking Mike, I go, define first what the bad boss
Correct.
or what difficult means. And he goes, I knew you would ask that. But because like you said, at different stages, you kind of feel that they were being difficult. But in reality, to them, I guarantee you, they didn't think that they were being difficult.
Most of
they were
them,
just putting challenge in front of you. They're just testing how far you can go, or maybe because the task itself is difficult, but you all have to deliver. So, and like you said, now you thank them. But during that time, you were probably doing something else but thanking them. It's all perception, I think.
I agree.
And that's why I slipped it into that conversation with Mike, and I said, is it the perception of whatever? And, that's just what I think. But I think the callers, the people who will be texting or sending their messages, we'll know more from them.
So good thing that we have like an agent and then a manager, so that we cannot be like biased about the topic, that there will be like different perspective on this. So how about you? What is a bad boss to you, Mikey?
Yeah, for me, like the baby. So I've never experienced much of a bosses, but there are times like in the office they change teams a lot. So for me, because like a boss that's really strict or boss that's really like pushing you hard or being too hard for you or something, I don't think that's a bad boss for me, because they're just doing their job for the stats. For me, a bad boss is like they don't care about you. They don't like update you on what's going on. They just like, okay, you do this, that, blah, blah, blah. And at the end of the day, you don't know that your stats are going down. That's a bad boss for me, because that happened to me one time in termination.
It's a very good thing that she mentioned na parang naglilipatan ng teams kasi doon nagkakaroon ng comparison, and that's when you can say, this is a bad boss. May comparison
Yeah, pero diba, sometimes it's still subjective kasi you can agree with someone na parang, I think siya, good boss siya because she was this kind to me. Tapos pala, when you transfer, you cannot just apple-to-apple compare everyone, diba? So, I think, yeah, it pays to be more observant and yung talagang personal perspective mo yung tinitingnan mo. Kasi when sometimes then you try to listen to everybody tas may iba na silang nakatag for another person na parang, siya, difficult yan kasi nakita ko siya ganito, ganyan. Maybe it's good din, diba, na you experience it for yourself before you tag the person difficult.
Yeah. And actually, Miss O pointed out a while ago na parang when you are a manager or when you are actually a boss, you have a different view on things. Okay?
Yes.
Normally, kasi when we are like the employees or we are like the agents, sometimes we feel entitled or we have like a different expectations about what the boss is.
Totoo.
So let's talk about what is the boss motivation? Is it normally is it you? It's not you, it's me, something like that.
Relationship.
May mga ganun. Kasi minsan, bakit ba siya nagiging ganun? Ano yung pinanggagalingan niya? Bakit siya ganun ka-strict? I mean, minsan gusto mo tanongin, were you abused as a child? Bakit ako? May mga kasi ako, one company pa lang ako, pero I've been to 7 different projects and a lot of bosses. So I experienced a lot. I mean, shaking a lot of hands, bowing to a lot of heads, kissing a lot of ass. So you have to experience all of that to survive in the corporate world.
Yeah.
It's the reality.
That's real.
So when you transition from being an agent to being a manager or being a boss, Mike.
Yeah.
What was it? I mean, what was the adjustment?
Well, it wasn't really like a direct jump from being an agent. May levels pa yan, like level 1, level 2, diba? So on and so forth. But as I was moving up, I found myself agreeing to people more, and by people I mean my bosses. So parang, okay, you take their lead, right? There's a phase in time where your hand is held. May hand holding na nangyayari, tapos this boss is walking you through the ropes. You know what I mean? So yun, parang natuto ko sa kanila, and then the like Miss O, like what Miss O said, yung difficulties or challenges rather na nilalagay nila sa harapan mo, and it's really easy. I think the reason why I said na parang what makes a bad boss, right, is yung may challenges agad is because, especially for someone na wala pang BPO experience like myself nung back in 2006, madaling isipin na hindi lang talaga ako siguro gusto nitong boss na to, kasi hindi ko alam na ganun yung pagpapalakad, na ganun ang kumbaga ideal path of growth mo pagdating sa BPO industry or for any job for that matter. Alam mo yun, it's really easy to blur that line between what makes a good or a bad boss. So,
how about incompetence, Miss O?
Okay, I was actually going to ask, are we treating bad and difficult as one and the same thing?
Is there a difference though? Do you think?
To me, there would be.
Okay.
Because when you say difficult, it's a lot of it can be perception. Like, because the task is difficult and your boss has to kind of push you to accomplish it, then maybe difficult, right? But when you say bad, she was describing earlier something that's very interesting, because the BPO being young as it is, the call center business, there are a lot of young people who manage also very young people. And so when you say bad, she mentioned that you don't get feedback, you go in, you don't get any support, and then you're terminated. A big part of what a boss needs to do is to give feedback and coaching. And when you say somebody is a bad boss, sometimes it is really because they're not doing their job as a boss.
Lack of people skills as well. Like that.
Lack of people skills, and what you mentioned, incompetence versus competence. Some can be difficult and or bad. I tend to treat the two words differently. Na parang they can be that because they're not competent yet.
They're not prepared for the role.
Yes, they are prepared for some parts of it, maybe the technical side of it, especially for, when you jump from agent going straight to supervisor, let's say, that's a huge jump. It's like it's an about face. From being an individual contributor, now you're responsible for people who are individual contributors. Your scores are no longer your own. And that the psychological effect of that shift can be daunting for a lot of people. And so the tendency that I've seen in the years, sige, 17 years. Parang ayaw aminin, di ba? 17 years is that from being just their easy-go-lucky self, they go straight to the other end.
Yeah, which is
They
a completely
become
different world.
Yeah, super strict. It's almost as if, like, if I was able to do it when I was an age, why can't you?
Yeah.
And they're like, no, you have to be back. Oh, your break is 15 minutes? You should be here in 14 minutes.
Yeah.
If you're really professional about it. And then, slowly they learn as they grow. And then they become, I would say, less difficult or
Yeah.
better bosses because then they learn from...
They get to adjust.
Yeah.
That's a very interesting topic. And we have to talk about this topic more when we come back. So we have to take a break. Time check in the Philippines, 7:22 a.m. Stay with us.
Ito ang DZRJ 8:10 AM. TriMedia, ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino.
Uy, si Miss. Unang tingin pa lang, puti na. Kinis pa.
Nag-Myra Vita White Hand and Body Lotion kasi. May vitamin E, Bs, and natural plant extracts that help nourish skin deep inside for a healthy white glow. Puti at kinis, ay, hanggang malapitan.
Yala na.
Healthy white glow sa Myra Vita White Lotion. Yan ang alagang holistic by Myra. Trusted quality healthcare. Unilab yan.
Deliver. Stand out and be the best with 8 TriMedia Pro Incorporated. Your way to infinite possibilities.
DZRJ 8:10 AM. TriMedia, ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino. This program is brought to you by TriMedia Pro Incorporated. It's here, the only radio talk show made specially for all workers of the call center industry. Call Center Radio. It aims to become a platform for conversation about anything related to the call center industry. We'll have different guests every week to discuss some tips, advices, and share inspiring stories of BPO employees. Call Center Radio. Call Center Radio. Hosted by N.A. Buendia, Frank Rizzo, and Tanya Sebron. Every Sunday, 7 to 8 a.m. Only here at DZRJ 8:10 a.m. TriMedia, ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino.
And welcome back to Call Center Radio, mga ka-teammates. Pinag-uusapan pa rin po natin how to deal with a difficult boss. Kasama natin sila Mike Acuña, Mikey May, and Miss O. Puro M, di ba? Okay, before anything else, we would like to greet our Facebook Live viewers.
Yeah, we have Kichi Domingo. Sabi niya, full support. Oh, yeah. Full pa kami dito sa studio right now. And then we also have Ayi Lead City. Yehey, naabot ko. And then Jess Bondia, good morning. Call Center Radio, good morning. And we have Marie Bella San Luis. From Convergence, hi, good morning.
Nakakatawa dito, sabi ni Chris Joan Kapulong Robles. Sabi, hi, saw this and watching now. Kaka-out lang from shift. CB gone. CB gone. So, ayun, if you are actually watching us on live and kahit pa dun sa rebroadcast, please go ahead and put some comments below. We are reading it live or right after the show, and then you can share this video to your friends, okay? So, going back to the topic, pinag-uusapan pa rin po natin how to deal with a difficult boss or what makes a boss bad or difficult. So, let's move on to Mikey May. How to not let it affect your job or your work? How did you actually handle it?
Yeah, for me, in my case, I was like, I don't want to curse. I was like, IDGAF. I was like, IDGAF. Like,
okay.
I was always like that, even in the real world.
Mm-mm.
I wouldn't care what other people may say about me. I'm just going to do what I need to do, and that's it. Basically, like, I would just go there, log in, take calls, voila.
So how was it? Because there's no like a personal relationship. It's just like a professional, and you're just like civil. So do you think it's like healthy for a workplace to have that kind of treatment?
I don't think so, really. Sorry. Pero,
Yeah.
Actually, yes.
you spend what? 9 hours sometimes
Yeah.
pagka mabigat yung load. Practically, you spend what? 12 hours a day at work. And to go to a place, I think, where that's the environment where that you have to function in. For the short term, it's okay.
Yeah.
Long term, it's going to eat at you.
Exactly.
Parang, you wake up in the morning and
Stressful,
like, oh
yeah.
God, I have to go because I woke up.
Yeah.
So I wish I could just sleep all day. Pero, but that's, I think, very natural, especially when you have teammates you don't get along with, bosses that you don't get along with. So I think, as much as you said earlier, it's not you, it's me. There's a lot of that happening actually in this business.
Yeah.
You have so many people coming from very different backgrounds, different provinces even, which you've never seen before.
Different
at least
culture,
in this
right?
magnitude, no? In the workplace. Normally, when you go to a company, chances are they only hire from these schools,
Correct.
and normally mga taga Manila. Or
Same
whatever.
demographic, kumbaga.
Yeah,
no?
so it's easier. But this time, hindi eh. So you have to also learn how to adjust and make pakisama.
True.
So that your workspace naman is more enjoyable.
Yes.
Yeah.
As much as possible.
Okay.
And there are people who've met long-time friends, really.
Yes.
Yung mahirap doon kasi sometimes nga, di ba sinabi ko doon sa isa sa mga post ko, sometimes the job is actually tolerable. It's not really the one that's stressing you out. Sometimes it's the people.
Yes.
And, being with them,
The
like,
environment.
sabi mo nga, 9 hours or 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. And that's really gonna eat you. And that's the number one cause of people leaving their job, even though that they have the highest paying job in the world or that they have like the best company, di ba?
Yes.
So, yun yung parang isang nagiging issue ng attrition, Mike, di ba?
Most people would say that.
Totoo.
So, how would you normally, you have like people right now under your bucket or...
Well, actually, I'm 100% freelance na.
Okay.
I've totally, separated myself from the corporate world.
Perfect.
Pero
Yeah, that's our goal. YouTubers, yun yung goal ng mga YouTubers. Gawin na namin to full time.
I've been doing this for almost like 2 years and a half to almost 3 years actually. But yeah, going back to the question, if I were to be like super real, I've experienced in my corporate life na okay, what's a bad boss? One of the traits of a bad boss is yung namemersonal.
Yes.
It happens talaga. Na alam mo na and everyone else alam mo and everyone else around you can say na uy, Mike, medyo mainit ka na sa mata nito. And sometimes, kumbaga, the bosses, at least the bad ones, use that to their advantage.
Yeah. Power tripping, di ba?
Power tripping. Yes, that's exactly what it is, Yeah.
So, ayun. So, nakakaano kasi minsan may mga talented talagang employees na dahil lang na nape-personal nga sila nung bad boss. So, kaya naman, minsan kasi may mga personal interest tayo. O, di ba? So, minsan may kita mo yung boss, katulad nga dun sa page ko, I ask my followers, sabi ko nun parang, what are the signs that the employees don't like their boss? And there are a lot of entries there or comments there na talaga namang nandun yung mga may code name sila sa boss, hindi nila ini-invite sa team building, meron silang chat room na hindi kasama yung boss nila doon. I mean, a lot of people can actually relate because, di ba, one way or another, you will encounter them. Okay?
Yeah, there are actually difficult people naman talaga. And siguro, we can tag a lot of people na maging bad. Pero siguro before we jump into conclusions, parang we try to evaluate ourselves. Have we done our part? Kasi diba, we need to understand what is the person going through or saan siya nanggagaling. Why ganito yung mga decisions niya, why ganito yung mga sinasabi niya. And then siguro it would help if you're in the industry to like, syempre ang nakalagay sa mga tao pag one-on-one, dapat yung boss yung mag-initiate. Sometimes you can initiate. So sabihin nyo na, actually, I'm having a hard time with all the things that you're giving to me. Hindi ko alam kung namumpersonal ka or gusto mo akong ma-challenge. Settle the expectations.
Yeah.
Kasi from there, you would understand kung anong sinasabi ng boss, diba?
Correct. That's being proactive and actually being assertive. And sabi nga nila, since walang Filipino word for assertiveness, wala siya sa character natin. So sometimes we just titiisin na lang natin, and then you're struggling na pala deep inside, and then bigla ka na lang puputok na hindi mo siya nasabi.
Ang hirap, diba?
During coaching sessions, kasi kaya mga bosses, they have to undergo a lot of trainings bago talaga nila makuha yung position.
Yeah.
People skills training, leadership training, how to handle people.
Yeah, part of the trainings is for you to understand the personality of the people that you're handling. Kasi meron tayong mga tinatawag na North, South, East, West people. Mga strong North man.
Strong personalities, no?
Oo, kasi I also was part of learning and development team before. And kaya naintindihan ko, kaya pala kami nagka-clash dati ng boss ko. Hello?
Akala ko sa
Pragmatikan ka na ron.
Parehas kami strong North.
Yeah.
Now, I'm really thankful sa kanya kasi nangyari.
I understand na ganun.
Kaya ako, I actually admire people na sinasabi nila na I love managing people, I love handling a team, or I love becoming a boss kasi you are dealing with behaviors.
Yes.
Okay? So, ang hirap nun. For me, parang gumawa na isang reality show na from all walks of life pagka sumasamahin mo. And then, syempre, iba-iba yung coaching style mo doon sa bawat taong yon, di ba?
May mga may mga trainings pa na you have to understand if this person is a peacock person, if this person is a dog person. You know it.
Mga profiling.
Yung mga ganon, kailangan nag-adjust ka rin doon sa nila, di ba?
Sa personality.
Let's talk about the professionalism na part. Because sometimes, what if you're just immature? Di ba? Yung sabi nga nila, let's not blame the boss, or let's not make it like parang one-sided lang. Kaya nga nag-invite tayo ng managers and then agents para makakuha tayo ng
balance,
mas balance yung ating discussion. So, ano yung feeling mo na how do you maintain the professionalism at work, or how can you help your team kung medyo nagiging toxic na yung environment?
Really, for me, I don't know, because I didn't I didn't perform really well with my stats. Yeah, with my recent company, it's because my AHT was too high. I was so talkative, but
so at least you acknowledge your weaknesses.
Yeah,
diba? That's important.
But I make sure though that because I was transferred to a team where every one of them was like, they're so good. They're always top 1, top 2, top 3. It's the best team, like best of the best team. And I was like just newbie, and I was transferred in there. I make sure also that I hit the goal, not just sometimes the goal, but like beyond that. Because sometimes I feel really shy. So as much as possible, really, I would just hit the goal.
Correct, yeah. Because if you are going to be demanding, you have to perform, diba? Hindi naman pwedeng, iba masyadong mga millennials ngayon, diba? They keep on complaining.
Actually, yes.
Yeah, they keep on complaining, but they don't know what they want to do. And they're actually blaming the boss, they're blaming the workplace, they're blaming the customers. They don't really know what to do with their life.
Yeah, it's probably because maybe call center is really not like the job that they wanted, because most of the millennials that I know, they signed up with a call center that is because it's an easy money.
Yeah, they think they think a call center is like a springboard, or
not something that requires you have to be a graduate of this.
Yeah.
So yeah,
you don't look at this as like your career. Okay, so let's go to that, Miss O. How would you change to that kind of perspective? So parang, if you are actually managing Mikey right now, how would you coach her?
Coaching.
What's gonna be the best? Yeah, what?
Oh my God.
She's a difficult agent.
I tried many different ways of kind of going around situations like that. But what I found to be more effective, I wouldn't say the only thing that's effective, kasi iba-iba yung tao is to find out what is it that they really want to get out of working in the BPO, in this company. Kasi, like Mikey was saying, most people in the business did not choose to be in the business because they grew up saying, when I'm older, I'm going to be a call center agent.
Yeah.
There's no force, there's no real profession attached to it before. And so there's a lot of frustration, not just on their end, but on their parents' end. And, that pressure kind of builds up. So when they're not performing, or when it's difficult for them to perform because of many things, they sometimes take it out on, yun nga, na parang kasi yung boss ko, kasi yung teammate ko, kasi yung ganyan. But what I found is, if you pull them back to, okay, but you are here now.
Yeah.
what do you want to be known for? What do you want to be able to say when you look back? During my time in the call center, if you happen to exit at some point, during my time in the call center, I was this, I was able to do this, I achieved this. And then I asked them, how does that help you where you actually want to go? And there are agents before who would, leaders now that would tell you, I asked them many times, if you're about to die tomorrow, what would you want people to say about you?
What's your legacy, no?
And how does what you're doing now add to that? And when they find that, parang I wanted them to say I'm such a great person, but no, I don't want them to say I'm bratty. I want them to say I'm great, but I guess I'm bratty now.
Does that work for everybody? That kind of approach, na you're parang you're attacking. It's something like personal or emotional coaching.
Usually for the younger ones. Yes,
it does.
They're not as cynical as the older ones. I would have to say. Because they go through. The older ones have gone through a lot of experience. They have their own way of thinking of things. But the younger ones,
they need attention.
Not so. Not so much attention. Not so much attention as it is showing them a different perspective. Because their exposure is what? Mommy, daddy, cousins, friends ng high school. Sometimes people graduate from elementary all the way to college, same school. Right? So the thinking is the same all throughout. They don't see another perspective. And so when somebody shows them something else and makes them think, then it makes them stop and say, okay, wait a minute. Does it work all the time? What I found is it works, but not instantaneously all the time. For some people, it makes them stop dead in their tracks and say, wait a minute. For some, they will say, yeah, whatever. And then the day after day, week after week, they kind of see, oo nga, no.
And then yung reflection and realization.
For some, I know it took years.
How to best handle it? For example, if you have a bad boss already, do you escalate or do you just look for another job or move to a different project?
Sa akin, coming from, ako kung agent ako, ngayon kasi parang ang dali-dali na lang mag-escalate eh. Parang that's the first thing because I know my rights. May ganun naman. Pero kasi the first thing to do, in my opinion, and this is with integrity. You do it with integrity. You talk to that person, to that boss first. Try to do everything you can. It's on a case case to case basis. So parang if you have that initiative to actually talk to that boss, nang maayos. Diba? Bigyan mo din siya ng chance, diba? I think that's really important. So, yes, Frank.
May mga open forums na nagaganap, diba?
FGD, diba?
Coaching sessions, you just have to be open to each other, I believe.
Unless your boss is like narcissistic. How would you deal with that? Na parang he just doesn't take feedback well, or parang yun na nga, baka personalin ka lang.
Marami yun.
Diba?
Marami yun. And
how to get away with it?
I think we just have to learn how to roll with it. Because, like I said, the business, you have bosses here. How old was your last boss?
I don't know.
40s or 30s?
Or let's say 40.
40, yeah.
There are some that are 40s, there are some that are mid-20s, others not 20, because they start 18, right? They start 18, so by 20, they're supervisor.
Correct. Yep.
Aminan tayo.
Given the growth in the industry na ganun kabilis, diba? As long as you give them the numbers.
What's your level of maturity at 20 versus 40?
I agree.
Siyempre, iba talaga. Your exposure alone, the depth and breadth of your experience is not as big, as deep as, older people. And so, chances are, where are you going to get your ideas, diba? Just from your experience. And limited siya. So, we cannot expect that a 20-year-old will be as mature as maybe a 50-year-old. That's not fair.
So what you're saying is you adjust to your boss? Or?
Everybody needs to give everyone a chance. I think. Just like Mike was saying, just talk to that person. Sometimes talking to that boss makes that person realize na, I'm being mean.
Yes. Sometimes they don't see it naman din kasi.
Because that's your kind of natural mode. When I was in the BPO, in the early days, I'm still in the BPO. Sorry, boss. But in the early days, there was one time when I was in the elevator and new agents were saying, oh my God, I heard that I got assigned to the witch. And they're like, huh, ikaw din?
So may code name na kayo.
But I was like, ako yan.
Yeah.
And then they said, yung O daw. I was like, I was laughing inside.
Yeah.
Because he said there's a code name.
Yeah,
I knew my code name was,
know.
which is, actually I was laughing because they thought I didn't know.
Yeah.
But the reason for that was because that's really how I'm not a rich toto, but I can be tough.
Yeah.
Tough,
Okay.
and I can be very straightforward, and so it doesn't sit well with a lot of people. But then you learn, just doing things the way you want to do it does not always work. So you kind of know how to flip and adjust.
And yun nga, wala namang perfect boss, di ba?
Yeah.
Okay, di ba? Everyone
walang
make
perfect na direct report.
Yeah, correct. Walang perfect na employee. So, yung sinasabi nyo nga kanina, give them a chance, talk to them. Normally, it's just like a matter of like setting expectations. So, ito kasi baka masyado akong power tripper sa'yo or masyado akong strong yung personality ko as a boss. But, let's meet halfway, di ba?
True.
At parang relationship.
Oh my God.
Correct.
Yeah, romantic relationship, you have to adjust with each other, give and take.
Yeah. Look for the common ground, di ba? So that walang magka-clash. Okay? So, pag-uusapan pa rin po natin all about bosses, handling coaching sessions, and when is it time to move on? Okay? Yun talagang parang suko na ako, hindi kita kaya. I have to really resign or quit.
Right.
So let's talk about that after the break. So time check in the Philippines, 7:42 a.m. Stay with us.
Ito ang DZRJ 8:10 a.m. TriMedia, ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino. It's here, the only radio talk show made specially for all workers of the call center industry. Call Center Radio. It aims to become a platform for conversation about anything related to the call center industry. We'll have different guests every week to discuss some tips, advices, and share inspiring stories of BPO employees. Call Center Radio. Call Center Radio. Hosted by N.A. Buendia, Frank Rizzo, and Tanya Sebron. Every Sunday, 7 to 8 a.m. Only here at DZRJ 8:10 a.m. TriMedia, ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino.
Welcome back to Call Center Radio, mga ka-teammates. Pinag-uusapan pa rin po natin ang topic na hot, how to deal with a difficult or a bad boss. So kasama pa rin po natin in the booth, Mike Acuña, Mikey May, and Miss O. So before that, we have to greet yung mga bago sa ating Facebook Live viewers ngayon. We have Marie Bella San Luis. Time to move on is when you and your boss are no longer benefiting from the relationship and coaching sessions no longer work. And if you no longer see that your boss can guide you to grow as an employee. We have also Anna David.
Yeah, hello Anna.
From Singapore, diba? Hello, girl.
She's saying that bosses need feedback too.
Correct.
Yes.
Everybody needs feedback.
Yes,
so,
actually, wala siyang level na tinitingnan.
Alright, so,
sorry, pahabol lang. Mr. Pocholo Gonzalez is listening in to us, the voice master of the Philippines.
Yes. Hi, Sir.
Hi.
Good morning. And also, we'd like to remind everyone that Creative Voices is holding another VoiceWorks workshop.
Batch 42.
Batch 42. That's going to be
batch 41. No.
That's going to be on October 7. Guys, please check out Creative Voices on Facebook.
Yeah, look for VoiceWorks workshop or just Google it kasi number 1 naman siya dun sa search.
Yes.
Okay, so kung gusto niyo mag-dubbing, gusto niyo mag-voice acting or anything na
just like me.
Yeah, di ba? Kino mo di ba kung paano siya magsalita. So it's very a fun workshop. So part kami ni Tanya. So nakita namin doon. It's very
Batch
interesting.
41.
I'm proud. Love it. Alright.
So yun nga, pinag-usapan natin kanina, how can you help your team when it comes to like kung ganun na, and then when is the time to move on, do you think? Na parang sagad na to, wala na.
Si Mike muna is moved on.
Yeah, because he has moved on. So
sa akin naman kasi, I think it's safe to say na parang I'm not a know-it-all, pero sa sarili kong threshold or sarili kong threshold, sige. Let's go with that. Ano na ako? I've had my share of ups and downs sa BPO, and sa akin it was really more of, ang pag-alis ko is really more of the self-realization of ano naman to, it's totally different. It's like it's a dream that I wanted to pursue.
correct.
So I wanted to be like, I wanted to do full-time na freelance host, performer sa madaling salita. And I wanted to do radio. Actually, nag-overlap pa yan eh. Nangyayari dati, nagtuturo ako sa muntik na ako doon. Yes. I was an English trainer kasi. So, mula, paggabi, night shift ako, nagtuturo ako sa classroom, dun sa
Nagtitraining ka.
Nagtitraining ako. Tapos nun, sa umaga naman, pasok ako sa radyo. So, para sa akin, sabi ko, I can't do this na magkasabay. It took a toll on my body. A lot. Doon ako pumayat, actually.
Yung sa'yo, Mikey. Yung sa'yo, Mikey, paano mo pinagkasabay yung pag-YouTube noon? Makeup artist ka rin. Nag-aaral ka pa ngayon, di ba?
Actually.
Nag-work ka rin.
I had to fix my schedule at school. In fact, I'm actually full load. I have 29 units.
Oh my God.
And I go to work, and I'm a freelance makeup artist. I have an event on the 31st, and I do YouTube all at the same time. And I only sleep for like 2 to 3 hours a day, sometimes 0. Yeah, because for me, if you really want to achieve something, then work for it.
Correct.
But like also take care of your health.
Yeah,
so I drink a lot of vitamin C, like water. Water is very healthy actually. And then for me, because I wanted to prove something special to my parents, that I can do things on my own. Well, actually, my parents, at the first place, they're very okay.
Supportive.
They're very supportive that I'm actually working and studying at the same time, because maybe my body's gonna fall or something.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna be very weak. Well, actually, I felt that like a point or two or something. And just really eat healthy. For me. And then my breaks. If there's like a break or something, take it, like take a nap or something. And especially at school, you know how students sometimes, if they're given an assignment or a job or project, they tend to do it last minute. For me, in my case, I tend to do it. Like for instance, we're given homework today. After an hour, I'm gonna have to finish everything, because I usually arrive at the office like 2 or 3 hours early before the shift. So those period of time, I sleep in the sleeping quarters. So
good thing for you.
Yeah.
So it all boils down to It all boils down to what Miss O was saying a while ago. Yung you have to maintain your reputation. Kasi diba, whatever you're going through right now, you're not the only one actually experiencing mga dramas in life. And then you have to really keep going, kasi nga your future self will not thank you for what you're doing right now kung, di ba, nagpapasaway ka na. I mean, it's still gonna be on your resume eh. Di ba? Yun na yung naging resume, yun na yung naging reputation mo na naging pasaway ka, hindi mo bumabagsak na yung metrics mo. So, it will not really reflect on your boss, it will reflect on yourself. Okay? On your credentials. Because at the end of the day, you're still being measured by your performance. Di ba? So, yun dun sa case naman kanina ni Mike, yung sinabi niya kanina na it's really time to move on, and sinabi niya na ini-embrace niya yung something na better opportunity. Yun nga, the best way to put it is, you don't leave or quit your job because you're escaping someone, or you're escaping you're escaping your employer, you're escaping your toxic co-workers. You have to decide kung talagang aalis ka na because you're trying to embrace something better. Okay? It's really something that you want. Hindi yung iba kasi sa atin, we get too emotional. Naisip natin, pinapersonal niya ako, tapos alis na ako. parang kung sana bigyan mo lang siya ng chance, baka nagbago siya, di ba?
Yes.
And then what if ma-encounter ka ulit na same lang din yung ugali, aalis ka ulit, di ba? Miss parang how do you handle yung mga attrition pala na pag umaalis sila? Do you talk to them bago sila umalis or
Yes, but it's not so much to retain them anymore. The moment they give you the resignation letter, you of course try to retain them and try to understand.
Mm-hmm.
But if after one discussion they still decide that they want to leave, whatever the reason, whether or not I consider it a mature reason,
correct.
You let them go because if you force them, you try your best to convince them to stay, and they stay, they're checked out anyway.
Exactly.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not good for the company, and it's not good for the person as well. But to your question earlier, you leave because there are people you don't like, You know what? There will always be people you don't like. And that's what I always tell them. Wherever you go in this world, there will always be people you don't like and who won't like you back.
Yeah.
Yes,
and
the universe is fair.
Yeah,
correct.
that's true. And the unfortunate truth is that unless you become a hermit, that there's no getting out of that.
Correct.
Right? Yung sinasabi mo, kasi dito pinapersonal ako or judgmental ang mga tao dito. You know what? Every second of the day, whether or not you say anything, you're judged anyway.
Yes.
And some people think they are indispensable. Yung mga masyadong entitled na parang, parang your company cannot survive without me.
Yes.
Kaya nag-a-attitude sila. Masyado silang demanding. Diva.
Sa BPO, hindi pwede.
Hindi pwede. Diba? You can be replaced.
Yes.
Anytime.
You're in, tomorrow you're out. Diba? So you're left with no other choice but to deal with it, and you have to deal with it perfectly. Diba?
Tsaka before deciding to resign, remember that it's always better to leave gracefully.
Yes.
Diba? Relationship is always better than just cutting it off.
My closure.
Wow, relationship
Don't burn
goes on.
bridges kasi baka pag lumipat ka na ibang company, siya ulit yung boss mo.
Exactly.
It can happen.
And there's a rising trend today, not just in the Western world, but also here, especially in this industry, they call it the boomerang employees. People who leave and then come back.
They come back.
Yeah.
Is there anything wrong with that? Or
I don't think so. Because even for the company, like if somebody from my team boomerangs,
I love it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm good with it as long as, number one, they left gracefully. No issues when they left, no integrity, whatever. And second, I know that when they come back, they have no issues also from the other side. And that's beneficial to me as a boss because when they left, they were probably at this level. But when they got exposed to another organization, I'm sure they would have learned something different there.
They became more mature.
Back, right?
Yeah.
More appreciation of the company.
More appreciation of the company and also learning something from that company. And so with that whole boomerang thing happening, and it's going to increase, I believe. It makes it all the more important that when you leave a company, you leave with a good
Reputation. Yes.
Correct.
Diba? You leave on a good note.
Yes.
You don't. I think the worst is when you leave and then right the day after you leave, you start bad mouthing everybody.
Yeah, I know.
Bad mouthing everybody, poaching everybody.
Yeah, especially doing it on social media. Never ever do that, guys. Please.
Yeah.
You're only hurting yourself. Okay?
Yeah, and
then
it's a reflection of you, not of
exactly.
them.
What Susie says of Sally
Not your
says of
boss.
Susie,
Yes.
than of Sally. Tama ba?
I think that's something a lot of people don't understand, that your performance, no matter what you say, will never be, in the long term, will never be attributed to your boss. Nobody's going to say,
Correct.
she had bad performance here, pero I think her boss at the time was this and that.
Correct.
That
True.
never happened.
It's gonna be on you.
It's always you.
It's always you. Okay. So siguro last na lang, no. So what can you advise our to our listeners right now who are actually going through the same thing right now? I mean, contemplating resigning or probably feeling toxic na sa boss nila.
Give yourself enough chances. I can't say if it's one chance or 3 chances or 17 chances, but as soon as you feel like you're going against yourself, like your own integrity, pagati sa sarili mo, like if you're not happy anymore,
You're losing who you are. Yeah.
Yes, exactly, MA. When you're losing who you are, then that's the time to cut the cord and move on to something else. It's a big world out there. It's a big world out there. I'm not saying na kumbaga ganun kadali yun para sa lahat. Of course it's not. Pero once you muster or gather enough strength in yourself to actually move on and you feel like it's the right time, then by all means go ahead.
Correct.
Yun lang yun.
How about you, Miss O?
I would go with one thing that she was not my direct report, but she came to me, when she wanted to resign, and I asked her, why now? Why can't you work it out, pa? Keep trying, 17 times, ganyan. And she said, well, I think I reached my threshold. And to go beyond this, my performance for sure is going to go down. The way I relate with people will go down. And I will not leave on a high note. Let me leave when the leaving is good. Parang drama.
Yeah, leaving your head up high, di ba?
But it's true. While the relationship is still, civil.
Yes.
Then just let me leave. And then maybe, she said herself, maybe after some time, I'll mature enough. And then I will recognize things for what they are.
Exactly.
But for now, I feel ako yung tama kasi.
Yeah.
So,
as you mature, you will have
against sacrificing your integrity, losing yourself. Parang that's not a good feeling.
Yes.
So then leave, but leave the right way.
Yes.
And as you look back, diba, you can see how you matured, and then you can see you will have different perspective on things na kasi when that happens, diba? And then BPO is a very small industry pa. I mean, people go, people come, people go, people come back. Diba? So make sure not to burn bridges kasi there's a chance na babalik ka at babalik or makakasalamuha mo ulit sila. So di ba, napaka-awkward, no? Na minsan yung in-unfollow mo na, blinak mo sa Facebook, tapos makakasama mo siya sa gathering. And then, di ba, how would you deal with that? How about you, Mikey?
You know that famous Nike saying? Just do it? No, just kidding. No. No, for me, really, in my experience, if it doesn't make you feel happy anymore, that's basically just like what Mike said. Because if you're working na hindi mo na siya feel, parusa siya eh. So, pag yun yung nangyari, your stats will go down. Everything will go down, basically, like really low if you're not enjoying whatever you're doing. So, if you feel like it's time for you to go, do it. But really, just resign, don't AWOL or something.
Yeah, don't AWOL. At saka yung sabi ni Miss O kanina, yung set as parang threshold, di ba? Parang, okay, give it one more chance. Baka naman ako lang. Baka naman it's just me, not you.
You want to also render 30 days, and within the 30-day period, you're like, oh, I want to stay.
Okay, parang break up lang, di ba? Okay, diba? Very interesting discussion. May mga gusto ba kayong batiin? Let's make it quick.
I'd like to greet my family. Anne, Evan, Caleb, Andy. Yes. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Miss O. Your boss.
My boss is not here at this time. But I would just like to say hello to everybody in the BPO. And I also just keep learning.
Yeah, come as you are, diba?
Yeah, keep shining.
Promote your channel. Go ahead.
Oh, hi. I just want to say hi to everyone. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. That's MYKEEMAE. And then I just want to say hi to my TL Jello, yung back pay ko po.
Oh my God.
Kaya pala just do it.
Yeah, diba? And anyway, you can go ahead and like our official page on Facebook, Call Center Radio. And then we are actually wearing our Call Center Radio Network shirt. For orders, go ahead and message us on Facebook sa mga ka-teammates. By the way, isang oras na naman po ng inspiration, motivation, and empowerment ang nagdaan dito sa Call Center Radio. Sa ngalan po ng aming founder and producer, walang iba kundi ang poging-poging voice master of the Philippines, Sir Pocholo de Leon Gonzalez. Kami ang inyong mga ka-teammates sa BPO. I am your call center vlogger, M.A. Buendia.
And I am your engineer BPO teammate, Tanya Sampron.
And I am your events host, ka-teammate, the terrific host, Frank Rizzo.
Okay, we're logging out now, but stay tuned because the author's voice is coming right after. So, see you next week, mga ka-teammates.
Log out now.
Bye.
It's here, the only radio talk show made specially for all workers of the call center industry. Call Center Radio. It aims to become a platform for conversation about anything related to the call center industry. We'll have different guests every week to discuss some tips, advices, and share inspiring stories of BPO employees. Call Center Radio. Call Center Radio. Hosted by N.A. Buendia, Frank Rizzo, and Tanya Sampron. Every Sunday, 7 to 8 a.m. Only here at DZRJ, 8:10 a.m. TriMedia, ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino. Ito ang DZRJ, 8:10 a.m. TriMedia, ang himpilan ng bawat Pilipino.
TriMedia Pro